We begin the bulletin with the swift intervention of the police and the fire service, which prevented irate residents of Ejisu Jamase from setting up a residential apartment housing some Benin nationals on fire. Angry residents who suspect the expatriates are behind the spate of killings in the community stormed the 4-bedroom apartment with the intention of setting it ablaze. But the swift intervention of police and fire service saved the house from burning. Ohiming Teria is our man in the Ashanti region. He joins us on the line to give us the details of this particular incident. So, Ohiming, we understand what brought this about was this killing of a jobbing senior high school student.
Yes, Daniel, if you could remember, a week ago, we reported the discovery of the body of 16-year-old Linda Akansa, SHS2 student who at that time were told was reading home econs. She was declared missing a week ago, but the body was found a week later in almost a decomposed state. So residents say this is not the first time. For the past 4 years, they have encountered a gruesome murder of especially women in the community. So they suspect the Benin nationals for being behind this spate of murders in the community. So as the community was meeting with the police command, I'm talking about the Justo district police and then the divisional command, some of the irate youth sneaked out and then set the 4-bedroom apartment ablaze. It took the swift intervention of the police who had a hint of it, invited the fire service personnel to also move in to douse off the fire. As we speak, one person was picked up by police yesterday, and according to the Justo Divisional Commander, ACP Stephen in Giza, whilst they were holding that gentleman, the group of irate youth also besieged the police station, demanding the release of the suspect from police custody, and they had to call for police reinforcement from Kumasi to assist the Justo police. As we speak, the Divisional Police Command has been meeting with the community again to explain to them what police have been doing and what police expect the community to also assist them as far as investigations into the respect of murders in the community are concerned. According to ACP Stephen in Giza, nobody has been arrested in connection with the murder of the 16-year-old SHS2 student, but he says police are not magicians to conjure information, so it will require the services of the residents to volunteer information to police. That could also lead to the arrest of the suspects who are behind this. But residents are also saying that, yes, all the murders have been reported to police, and ever since reports were made to police, nothing positive has come out of it. So they want to help police by also, fishing out those that they suspect could be behind the murders.
I mean, where are the Beninois now?
As we speak, all of them have left the compound. I'm told one person was also attacked by the irate youth who met him at the premises at that time. But as we speak, nobody is in the community now. Their whereabouts cannot be told. We don't know where they are now, but just that the residents say they will do everything within their powers to fish them out. But police is also asking them to calm down whilst they also take the matter up by investigating thoroughly. But we also understand that the 60-year-old Linda Akansa has already been buried, and the family tells me a part of a body were missing, just that police wouldn't want to confirm or deny this information from the family, Daniel.
Much for that update on that story. You're live on Joy News today with me, Daniel Dazen. Our traders at Kaswa Market say they will not pay a new levy imposed by their assembly for the construction of the market. The traders say they contributed to the building of the market and they do not see why they should pay to use it afterwards. They also say the stalls allocated to them in the area are too small. We have two traders in the markets to joining us to give us some understanding of this issue. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Give us a background to the story. Yeah. What happened from the beginning?
Okay, we were there when the MC, Honorable Michael Mensah Isuman, told us that he was going to build the shed for us. Indeed, he told us it was through the assembly that was going to fund the project. But later, as leaders, we realized the contractors who came placed an account number where any trader or anybody who feels he or she would want to sell at Kaswa should pay monies into their account. So we went to the MCE and then he told us that he was going to stop them. But then he realized they didn't have, they were out of funds. They didn't have money to construct. So we went to our traders and then told everybody to pay 200 cedis. Later they told us that the 200 cedis wasn't enough. So we should allow them pay 500 cedis, which we did. We've, as at now, paid 221,600 Ghana cedis to the assembly. And after all this, he's claiming that the project is a PPP project and that we are supposed to pay 720 Ghana cedis every year, which burdens us and that we feel it's uncalled for. We are not going to pay that amount.
And that's why you came here to the multimedia group this morning, because we see videos of you in our offices this morning. Yeah. So those are the Kaswa Markets traders there. Yeah. Okay, so help me understand this. When the project started, did they tell you how much it will be from beginning to end?
Please, no. The reason why we pay that money because our leaders go meeting with them that each person will pay 200 cedis, and we understand. And we paid that 200 cedis. After that, they said, oh, 200 cedis is not enough. And we pay 300 cedis. Each person pay 500 cedis. And they come back to tell us that you will pay 2 cedis each every day. That's a year is 7.2. And he said, we will not understand that issue. They take it. We understand that you will pay ticket. Ticket is everybody understand that you will pay ticket as 1 Ghana cedis. But 2 Ghana cedis, they will come take it every day. That's a year.
That's for the construction of the market.
Yes.
Okay, so let me understand this. When they met with you and told you that you pay the 2 cedis every day, did you at that point ask them how much the whole project would cost?
No, they didn't tell us that from the onset. We kept asking of documentation, even the monies we were paying to them. The only proof I have right now is the ones from the bank, the receipts. We kept asking the MC, what are the mode of this thing? What are we going to go through after the 500 cedis? And he kept saying we should wait, we should wait. So after you've constructed this sheds and you want to impose on us certain things, certain conditions we cannot, we cannot, will not pay. We cannot pay that amount.
Okay. I hear apart from the payment of the monies, you are not satisfied with the size of the
that stores. One is 4 by 4 feet. See, initially, they told us they were going to eject all traders from around the Kaswa metropolis. So we told them as good leaders we would need to allocate 4 by 4 space for them. But upon doing the first allocation, we realized it was not going to help. It wasn't helping matters at all. When you go there now, you realize people have placed their tables and the whole day would be standing there until they go. Even if their kids close from school, they will not be able to come and then have somewhere to sit. You see, and most of our services that we render out there, people would have to sit with you before you render that services to them. So we even told the MC to tell the contractors to at least make it 4 by 5, and he said he's not going to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Apart from that, have you spoken to the MCE? What did he tell you?
Even this Monday, around 7 p.m., we were in his office. We made mention of the 2 cedis and that the fact that we cannot pay 2 cedis because he even assured us that the first 5 cedis, 500 Ghana we were paying was going to take us to at least 2 or 3 years. Now he has changed his mouth, saying that we all agreed that he was going to take 500 cedis for the year. And even as we talk now, He wants to take that 500 cedis and then at least when we sit down, start taking 2 cedis in addition to the 1 cedi we've been paying, making 3 cedis every day.
Okay. Thank you. Thank
You're
you
welcome.
very much. These
You're
are
welcome.
traders at the Kasua market who have some concerns about the allocation and the payment for the stores in the new market.
Okay, thank you.
Away from that story, a 34-year-old woman was killed when a huge tree smashed into a container at Amrahia, here in the Greater Accra region, where she was working during Monday night's rainfall. Lois J. was confirmed dead on arrival at the St. John's Catholic Hospital after she was rescued by her neighbors. Eyewitnesses say the rainstorm, accompanied by a whirlwind, brought down a tree and caused vehicular congestion in front of the Christian University College area. Komla Adom visited the area and reports family members and neighbors are still in shock over the incident.
Heavy rains and strong winds uprooted huge trees and crashed shops around the Christian University College at Amrahia Monday night. But the ultimate cost of a rainstorm would perhaps tell on the AJ family forever. 34-year-old mother of 2, Lois J, was smashed to death by a falling tree that night while packing up her fruits and maize products under a shed.
Today we said amma container so e dia jam maame no wo dua no other side no. Iti na mobo.
The winds were that strong that it was able to lift a container from here, smashed into a tree, and then also bumped into the woman who was at the time packing. She had closed for the day and was packing her wares.
And say ne manum kra na esu akra ka minim se bia dua na say container na bona frade no. Ba tama nkura no musu no ye beduru ha na ansa na ye hu say abona front ti tama nkura no de say owo ho so ye kohwe na say wapra ti e ma no so de koto ye shop nenim na ye pe taxi ti ye pe taxi sa lucky na ebenya man bi ana ono so de ye ko hospital ti ye ko duru ono so according to omo no mo ye bibia so omo se ade na de wa free mo awie ti omo ye bibia kra nya ade se be yi.
Okay, so according to him, the woman's 2 children were here. So once the incident occurred, they both burst into tears, and that attracted their attention to this place. She was badly injured at the time, and so they had to find a way of conveying her to St. John's Catholic Hospital a few meters away from here. She was pronounced dead on arrival at the St. John's Catholic Hospital, despite what witnesses say were several minutes of rescue attempts. Family members and relatives who have been grieving since the incident say they are yet to recover from the tragic news. Sami Ejeyebua speaks for the family.
We've been thinking and pondering over it since last night because it happened to us as a surprise. We were not expecting it. Maybe we didn't know how it all occurred, but people have been telling us. So we give everything to God.
What have the rest of the family members been saying since they've been coming here, all the neighbors coming here to commiserate with you?
Okay, the neighbors, her friends and other relatives, but we the family have made our plans that we'll go home, tell our elders. So if there's any arrangement, we'll come back in a week time and tell the residents. But when everybody comes, they sympathize with us, they say good news about her, and we've lost a great lady. Pains the family. We regret losing her. I will appeal to everybody. Whenever and wherever you are, when it begins to rain, you have to leave wherever you are. Maybe find a shelter where there is no burden, or find empty space and stay there. Maybe to be your safety.
Another family member says the education of the children she left behind now hangs in a balance.
No, she has 2 children with a man. So right now she was the one pushing harder to take care of the kids' education and a whole lot. But right now the kids are there. We don't know where the kids are going to. We don't know if the education of the kids will be proceeded, or we don't know what is happening. It's really hard for us right now, but we're just hoping that somebody give birth to her again. She comes back to life. That's what we're hoping as a family. It's really tough, man. It's hard.
A grieving family would from now have to live without a loved one. And 2 children, a son and a daughter, 8 and 12 years respectively, will live with memories of that night when they looked on helplessly as their mother died during the rains.
May her soul rest in peace. Away from that sad story, stranded residents of Agaveji and Salakope in the Ketu South municipality are calling on governments to extend the construction of the sea defense wall to their communities in order to save them from losing all their homes to the sea. The residents are currently homeless as a result of the devastation caused by the high waves yesterday. MCE for Ketu South, Elliot Edem, said the two communities are at the verge of being wiped out at the sea. He called for an urgent support from government.
Is for us to continue the sea defense wall. As you can see, His Excellency the President Nana upon coming to office has given an instruction for that matter, has committed some funds for the construction of the sea defense wall to cover the 4.2-kilometer stretch of the coastline. And because of this sea defense wall and where it is ending, water is now finding itself into people's homes and is having a devastating effect on them. It is surprising to see some old ladies now in those buildings and we don't know what would have happened to them overnight as they sleep. So I'm just calling passionately on the Ministry of Works and Housing. In fact, they are aware. We've gone through the process and the process is ongoing. It's just for them to speed it up for me so that the contractor probably can be given a letter of commencement so he can just continue with the project immediately so we can save the properties and lives of these people in this coastline.
Still on this story, NADMO has been reacting to the latest development.
And we were here, we gather our information and sent to the regional office, which was also sent to the national level. We are expecting something to be sent so that we can relieve the people. But as it persists now, we can fish out from it that the sea defense that they constructed up to this level caused the sea to shift to the other end and also affecting the other communities. So we would just like to appeal to the Ministry of Housing that they should quickly intervene and then continue with the project, I mean the sea defense project, so that you can reach the other community to save the lives of the people there.
Let's go over to my colleague Ivy Setoji for more. Ivy, how many people are affected in this latest tide?
Well, according to what we have gathered on the ground, over 200 residents have so far been affected, and the communities, that is the Agaveji and Salakope communities were affected. And now these residents, as we speak, the situation is getting worse. From morning as of now, the sea is still raging and residents are still taking their things out to other people's places or families and friends' places so that they can be safe. The men are there to see what they can do. They are urgently calling on government to do something urgent about it, especially extending the sea defense wall, the construction of the sea defense wall to Agaveji and Salakope area.
Does this always happen there?
Yes, this happens every year. Let's say like 4 or 5 times every year, not only in Ketu South, but also in the Anoga district. Right now, the situation is worse because the contract given to the contractors for the sea defense wall ended at just past at the entrance of Agaveji. So that is making the issue worse. They need to extend it to other areas so that the other people can also have some peace of mind. But because it has ended there, that is what is causing the problem right now. Every year it happens, we report on it, and nothing is done about the situation. So this is what is happening. We don't know what will happen this time around. We don't know if government is going to respond quickly to this call as we speak.
So, Ivy, if I'm to understand what you're saying, because the sea defense wall has been constructed to a point, the water which would have gone over to the shore in some other areas is being redirected to Agaveji.
Exactly.
So, describe the magnitude of this year's disaster in relation to the previous years.
Well, this year is worse, as I said earlier. You know, in Anroga district, Pokpokpo, for example, in the Anroga district, which is an island, it's totally gone to the sea. You can't see the community again. And Pogame is also the same thing is happening. But in Agaveti right now, the residents are homeless. There is nothing they can do. That makes it very, very serious, more than the previous one.
Where are they going?
Well, according to some of them, they are putting up with some families in other communities, that Adina, even as far as to Agbozume, also in the same municipality. So depending on where their families and friends are, that is what they do. But the men, some of the men are still there trying to take care of the rest of the things left. Some few houses that are left, they are still there, but they have taken their families away to friends and relatives. Thank
you very much, Ivy Setoshi, for that update from Agaveji in the Volta region. You're live on Joy News today with me, Daniel Daze. Still to come, the latest in the ongoing National Science and Maths quiz as the competition gets keener. Maxwell Agbagba is on standby to update us on the winners and losers of today's first contest. In business, Trade and Industry Ministry calls for further restraint as Ghana Union of Traders Association GUTA cautions there could be heightened tension in Ghana's retail market if government does not intervene immediately. All that and more coming up. Stay with us. Now, Auditor Daniel Domelevo is asking public officials to eschew from their activities that what will put them in the position of conflict of interest. According to him, situations such as performing the official duties partially, recruiting and employing relatives amounts to conflict of interest. He was speaking at a national dialogue on public accountability organized by the National Commission on Civic Education, NCCE.
Well, I talked about meritocracy, and let me say that, for instance, when it comes to my profession, the auditor, there is a saying that the auditor should not only be independent, but must be seen as independent. I hope you get me. Early this year, we were going to recruit some people to audit service. And my son, who is almost a chartered accountant with masters, said, "Daddy, can I apply?" I said, "To who? You want to apply to me?" He said, "But am I not a Ghanaian?" I said, "Yes, you are a Ghanaian, but you don't qualify because I'm here. I can't employ you." Is that fair? It's not fair. But I explained to him, see, you may be qualified, but if I bring you here, your future is damaged forever. Because everything he does, people will not correct him, they won't teach him. You will not be the professional that you want to be, given the society in which we are. So wait, I will throw you outside there, and then you grow. When I leave in 2 years' time, you can apply, and then you come, then they will give you the tuition that it takes.
Also at the program, Chairman of the National Development Planning Commission, Professor Stephen Adair, accused successive governments of funding the Information Ministry at the expense of the National Commission for Civic Education.
Give National Commission for Civic Education 2 million cedis to educate the whole of Ghana on civics. And I'm saying this because I run schools. Even my small Gimpa, small, you are talking about 30 million and over. So I think that it is a deliberate attempt to make sure that the NCCE does not work. And that is not the government of today. The governments of today don't want, if anything at all, they would like to give the money to the Ministry of Information because it is their propaganda machinery. That's all.
Live on Joy News today with me, Daniel Daz. It's time now for business, and we'll be telling you how Trade and Industry Ministry is calling for further restraint. As the Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA, cautions there could be heightened tension in Ghana's retail market if government does not intervene immediately. Stay with us. We are going live to the University of Ghana Business School, where Holy Child School just crashed out of the ongoing National Science and Maths quiz. Maxwell Agbagba, what happened?
And another school is out, and it's Holy Child School, together with Anglo SHS, which is a mixed school, though, a co-educational institution. At the end of the contest, Kumasi Academy, they qualified to the next stage, that is the quarterfinals. And then Anglo Senior High School came second. The third school was Holy Child. Let's speak to some old students, let's find out from them what they make of this particular contest. I have with me here, Ifya,
yes.
You're welcome to join us.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here.
Great. Fantastic. You're an old student.
Yes, I am, and we're very proud of our girls. We came in seeded, we did our best, and we're going to come back again, no doubt about that.
Which year did you complete, Holy Child?
91.
91.
Yes.
Okay, 91. So 2 years later, there was NSNQ.
Yes.
Yes, but for the past 26 years, we've not had any girls' school winning, the science and maths quiz. Do you think it's ever possible?
Take your time. We're coming. We have strong girls' school here. We have Holy Child School. We have Wesley Girls and St. Rose's. And we're definitely coming back to fight this again.
Now, what do you think would be the challenge? Why no girls' school has won for the past 26 years?
There's actually not been any challenge. It's just that we sometimes get intimidated with the presence of guys all around, like for today's contest. But then I believe that we can do better so far as we set our minds to it. So this is not the end of it all. We'll come back next year and we are going to do so much better. I know them and I know they are more than capable, like our headmistress always says.
Thank you very much. Thank you to Ifya.
Certainly. Thank you. And we're coming back. Remember, we are coming back stronger. Okay.
Let's speak to the winners of this competition. Some of the old students are here, Kumasi Academy. Kumaka, let's talk to you guys. Kumasi Academy actually came into this contest. They went through the prelims and then the regional qualifiers. For the regional qualifiers, they were the third highest scoring school with 70 points. And then they went through the prelims and then qualified to the 1-8 stage. Now they've made it to the quarterfinals. A really strong side. Old students of Kumaka, how are you guys feeling now?
Oh, we are feeling very nice. We are feeling very great. We are really happy for the contest. We are really happy, my boys. Yeah, we are really happy, our boys, that made us proud because we came here to support them, for them to win, not to lose. And obviously, that's what they did.
Congratulations to the winners. Better luck next year for Holy Child School. That's it for Joy News today. My name is Daniel Dazi. For more news, log on to myjoyonline.com. Emmanuel Abwajiri takes us to the marketplace up next. We'll be back tomorrow. Have a good day.